A quick review of the 10 questions. 1. The thesis that Ein midatcha kemidat basav adam is self-evident and theoretically should not require a mashal. Furthermore, if for whatever the reason a mashal is required, then Rashi should have quoted the mashal earlier in Sefer Bereshit, when God intended to wipe out indiscriminately the population of the 5 cities connected to Sodom. Thirdly, the difference between God's reckoning and man's reckoning with respect to indiscriminate punishment lies not in the gathering of intelligence, but rather one of a moral compass. Fourthly, Rashi changes from the plural miktzat medina to the singular mi hachoteh, both on the God side of the mashal and the melech basav adam side. And the 5 questions that relate to the second Rashi. Question 6, Rashi's paraphrasing of the pasuk adds nothing to the information already contained in the pasuk, and assuming there is some justification in the paraphrasing, then the heading should have reflected the content of the commentary and therefore included the entire pasuk, rather than the first 2 words, Ha'ish Echad. In question 8, we looked at God's response that he accepts the petition of Moshe and Aharon, and took note of the fact that technically it is not an interpretation to the pasuk, rather a type of a fill-in medrash. And furthermore, question 9, the content of that response is that God will inform Moshe and Aaron as to who the sinner, singular, is. This is in conflict with pasuk 24, in which we find that there was a group of 3 people, Korach, Datan, and Aviran, who God deemed as sinners. And finally, question 10, although borrowing from the Midrash Tanchuma, Rashi adds the words Ani Yodeya, that I know who the sinners are, and therefore I will Modia, inform you as to their identity. These are the 10 questions that the Rebbe in the Sikha has raised regarding the 2 commentaries of Rashi, and to which, in part 3, the Sikha will attempt to provide a response.